911, where's your emergency?
Can you hear me? I got my store down on Bowery and I need the cops here. I'm being attacked!
Okay, is your life in danger at this moment, sir?
What do you think? If I don't get somebody down here, I'll have to take care of myself!
All right, sir. Where's your shop located?
Back off! I got a gun! I said back off, you hear me?
Sometimes things happen beyond your control, as if they have a life of their own. Choices you make, what appears to be right, seems you just have no say. As if you're a witness to your own mistakes, it's easy to play along. Disavow the lie that's in your eye.
Man, just looking at this game now, I cannot believe that it came out originally 7 years ago in 2016. I mean, just looking at it, Ubisoft knows how to make super immersive worlds. And I will say the hype for this game back in the day was immense. I mean, I was still in the army back then, and I remember actually pre-ordering this game and making sure I was ready to play on, day one. And then it actually released, and it was one of the most downgraded games Ubisoft has ever put out. But fast forward to 2023, 7 years later, and it is probably one of the coolest looking and probably still the most immersive survival shooter. Not really survival shooter, because again, there's not really any survival aspects to like the main game, unless you got the survival DLC, which I still think that should have been the base game from the get-go. But regardless, it's still a looter shooter, and I am a big fan of those type of games. And to be honest, I'm also a big fan of third-person shooters because I like to see what my character looks like. So this game definitely went hard in on the cosmetic action of that, and really just the entire feel of the game. I mean, it's funny because now you have games where, okay, let me rephrase that. You have quote-unquote projects such as The Day Before really trying to capitalize on that aspect, and of course they're probably not even a real project. So ever since 2016, and you know what, maybe you can count The Division 2, but there hasn't been another game as immersive and as like the storytelling within this as The Division since 2016. I can't think of any other game that does what it does, especially in a New York like downtown setting. While not every single building is enterable, there's actually a pretty good chunk of buildings that you could just go and like randomly explore and find loot and see the NPCs interact with each other. I think the entire aspect of the game was really well thought out, just poorly executed in the beginning, because of course now people look at this probably underneath maybe some like nostalgia glasses, and they do see a pretty good game, but of course need to remember that it originally launched in a really bad state. And of course this was after, I would say, Ubisoft had some pretty big hitters back then. So to see like The Division launch and it was just like a crap ton of issues and really just the biggest downgrade specifically from the trailers. But I did get a hold of some mods now on Nexus Mods for this game, as well as the cinematic tool. And I do have to say, of course, if you guys are wondering how I am shooting without no HUD, the cinematic tool covers that for you. And if you do want to use it, of course, only when you're playing single player, because if you do use it, I'm guessing, you know, during your dark zone, you could get banned. So this is literally just to get really cool shots, but you could turn off your HUD completely. And it's very interesting because when you turn off the HUD and you turn it back on, it makes a sound as if you were like, if it was like an in-game option. So it's almost as if I feel like Ubisoft had the intention to make this a little bit more like immersive in that aspect, which literally is what I want. And I know a lot of other people want a game like that. That's why games, or again, quote unquote projects like The Day Before, were wish listed so heavily, because there's no game like that other than older games such as DayZ. And of course you got like Scum nowadays that has zombies, but I'm not looking for a zombie survival shooter. I'm looking for like a post-apocalyptic shooter that other people are shooting back. That's why I think games like Tarkov have gotten very popular with that extract, you know, looter shooter as well too, because it's super hardcore. And of course, Escape from Tarkov had the Streets of Tarkov, and it literally is like the feeling I'm getting of like wanting to get a game like this. But of course, even that is having issues, and it's just a lag fest over there. So it's just like, I don't know if it's the scope of the project, but it feels like no company has ever gotten this idea like on point of like an open world city, just post-apocalyptic, you know, environment with PvP, PvE, and just a bunch of loot. And I really feel like cosmetically it really fits well, and the, you know, weapon customization was subpar for sure. Of course, this is a Ubisoft title, but if Ubisoft literally, like, again, this is my dream game, I cannot express this enough, but if Ubisoft somehow took The Division and made it just more hardcore, a limited HUD, even an option to turn it off completely, and really that's about it. They have all the other aspects of building a world, so they have the immersiveness. They just need to get, you know, fix the HUD and also the time to kill. I cannot stress how annoying these bullet sponges of enemies are. I mean, you could probably even tell during the original intro scene how many bullets some like non-armored NPCs took, and that really needs to be fixed in future titles in my opinion. But again, I'm just some random YouTuber on the internet making videos because he wants to, and who knows if Ubisoft will ever see this? Probably not, but I know a good chunk of you guys that are currently watching this probably agree with me in some you know, sort of fashion. And it really just feels like, again, they dropped the ball on this. Other teams and other games and other publishers are also dropping the ball on this. Or again, I'm just shooting, you know, crap at The Day Before, completely making a fake game. It's weird. That's a whole weird project in my opinion. But anyways, this is really just a quick opinion video. Like I said, this is my dream game. Like, again, Division, they had it with the feel of the game. We just need the actual mechanics for the game. So if you guys do agree with any of my opinions or want to talk about this down below in the comments, go for it. I have a Discord as well that you guys want to come into and hang out, and we could talk about that as well. I did live stream as well originally how to use the cinematic tools and like the reshade mod that I'm using to make the game look a bit more realistic, really just more cinematic. They even have like a reshade to make it look more like the trailer back in the day, which is really cool, but I wanted to make it more like, I can quote unquote realistic, and I did live stream that, showcasing all of that. So if you do want to catch up on the live streams, definitely hit that bell icon if you subscribe to the channel, because I don't really have a schedule, but when I do, you know, go live, at least it'll let you know when I am. So with that being said, also check out the new and improved website, literally brand new, BlueTheRobot.tv, which I will be making a article blog post about this because I feel like I need to go more in depth about this. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely links down below in the description. And of course, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.